You bolt awake. Save for the chirping of cicadas and the crackling of the brazier in your general's tent, there's silence. With a sigh, you let yourself fall back into your bed, trying to make sense of what just happened. An hour later, just as the blackbirds and swamp pheasants start their song, you get up and take a walk through the quiet camp. The same day, in the early afternoon hours, you arrive at the border of the Lorrainian swamp. According to the maps, the village where the occurrence took place is near.
What do you want?
Just give the word.
It's them or us.
Building completed.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
What is it?
As you command.
Sure.
Understood. We will do as you say.
What do you need?
This way. So it must be.
Your will. Understood. We will do as you say.
I shall follow.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
They will fall. You'll regret this. Let us proceed.
One step closer to victory.
The outpost is built, General. We've expanded our borders.
Understood. We will do as
What do you need? Really?
Orders?
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
Time to reap.
Yes.
The company needs more food. Building completed. Our reserve of stone is low.
Understood. We will do as you say. Your will shall be understood. We will do as you say.
Building completed.
Yes?
Over here.
Get ready. There's work to be done.
No one lives forever.
Your
All right, give me a second.
The outpost is built, General. We've expanded our borders.
Move in. Interesting.
understood. We will do as you say.
Building completed.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done. Your will.
Building completed.
Go ahead.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
General, we need more wood.
Yes? It must be done. What is it?
General, our research has yielded a new technology.
Go ahead. What's this?
We're under attack.
Understood. We will do as you say. Brothers, get ready. There's work. Your will shall be done.
I'm listening.
General, we need more wood.
Understood. We will do as you say.
What do you need? Yes.
General, this altar, it seems to have an aura just like the one we saw earlier.
Then let us see what it can do.
Yes?
I'm ready.
Keep it up.
General, we need more wood.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
General, we need more wood.
Your will shall be done. Understood. We will do as you say. Your will shall be done. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
General, we need more wood. The company needs more food.
Any day now. Your will shall be done.
General, we need more wood. We're under attack.
Uh-huh.
Stay close.
Consider it done.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
This is it. What do we have here?
Yes.
Attack!
Sure.
General, our research has yielded a new technology.
Out of the way.
We're under attack.
Let me quick. Move in.
Make it good.
Your will shall...
I'm here.
Yes.
General, our research has yielded a new technology.
Is this the way?
That way? You got it.
Right away.
All right, I'm going.
Yes.
Over here.
General, we need more wood. Building completed. We're under attack.
Understood. We will do as you say. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done. Your will shall be done.
General, we need more wood. Building completed. General, we need more wood. General, our research has yielded a new technology. General, our research has yielded a new technology. Building completed.
Understood. We will do as you say.
Building completed.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done. Understood. We will do as you say. Your will shall be done. Understood. We will do as you say.
General. Our research has yielded a new technology. We're under attack! General, we need more wood.
Yes?
Building completed.
Here we go.
Building completed. Building completed.
Tell me,
Fair enough. Let's do this.
end of the line.
Is that the best you can do?
Building completed.
This is it.
Focus, Syria. Focus.
One step closer to victory.
Our presence here will not go unnoticed.
The outpost is built, General. We've expanded our borders.
Of course.
So, what's the plan?
I'm listening. Stay close.
Take them out!
Go ahead.
They are fools to challenge us.
Understood. We will do as you say.
Yes?
Lead on then.
They will die by my hand.
Our presence here will not go unnoticed.
The outpost is built, General. We've expanded our borders.
It will be done.
Try to keep up.
Attack!
Yes?
Your will shall be done. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
Building completed.
Work, pray. Work, pray.
Orders?
Sure.
Brothers, get ready. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done. Your will shall be done. The Exalted Father knows best.
Building completed.
Sounds like a plan.
Understood.
You got
will
it.
do as you say.
Building completed.
Your will shall be done. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
What is my purpose?
Just give the word.
On it.
All right, here goes nothing. Yes?
Understood.
This way.
We will do as you say.
Let me see.
Lead on then.
Building completed.
Sure.
Your will shall be done. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
I shall follow.
Building completed.
Really? Sure.
We will do as you say.
Get ready.
Keep it up.
Take them out!
We're under attack.
Your will shall be done.
Is this the way?
Interesting. Yes.
They will fall.
What do we have here?
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done. Understood. We will do as you say.
Uh-huh.
Brothers, get ready.
Yes.
There's work to be done. Understood.
As you command. Right away. Uh-huh.
Your will shall be done. We will do as you say. Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
Yes?
Yes?
Consider it done.
Let us proceed.
Building completed.
I'm listening.
It's them or us.
You're next.
So it must be.
Right away.
No one lives forever. Take them out!
Very well.
You'll regret this.
Brothers,
Stay tuned.
there's work to be done.
This way.
Yes? It must be done.
Consider it done.
Here we go. Fair enough. Let's do this. All right, here goes nothing.
Your will shall be done.
I will follow. Yes. Of course.
Make it good.
Looks like a good spot.
We're under attack.
Move in.
What do you want?
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done.
Building completed.
Good.
Building completed.
So it must be.
Is that the best you can do?
End of the line.
Ready?
Building completed.
What do you need?
They will die by my hand.
What now?
Understood.
It's them or us.
What is it?
Your will shall.
I'm ready.
They are fools to challenge us. No one lives forever.
What do you need?
One step closer to victory.
The outpost is built, General. We've expanded our borders.
Yes. Come here.
I shall
We're
follow.
under attack.
So, what's the plan?
We're under attack.
Time to reap.
Over here. Yes?
Is this the way?
Understood. We will do as you say.
Tell me.
Brothers, get ready. There's work to be done. Your will shall be done. Understood. We will do as you say. Your will shall be done.
They're under attack.
Get ready. There's work to be done. Your will shall be done. Understood. We will do as you say.
So it must be.
Pathetic!
Just give the word.
They're under attack.
Uh-huh.
We've lost one of our sectors.
This ends now.
Get ready.
That was all of them. Where's the masked woman?
Gone. Probably with that horde she used to steal the souls.
Damn it. It shouldn't have happened.
I agree. But at least we now know what we're up against. And we did what we came here for. To gain information. There's a group of rogue sleepers stealing people's souls and feeding it into that device. For whatever purpose.
That's an awfully small amount of information for a lot of lives.
Is it? Information is the first step to defeating an enemy. We'll cross paths with the masked woman and her sleepers again, and next time she won't get away that easily. You can count on it.
We still haven't found evidence that any of this is connected to the God of Light, though.
No evidence, but hints. You remember what that village fool Samsa said?
That the masked woman said feed the light before she raised that crystal to siphon them.
Correct. It might have been some strange metaphor. But what if that's what the sleepers are actually doing? Feeding the souls to the God of Light. There is a connection. We just have to figure out the specifics.
If these sleepers were also behind the disappearances Tahar investigated, they were probably also behind Tahar's death, weren't they?
Very likely so.
I'll make sure to ask that masked lady nicely next time we meet her.
Well, then let's head back to Greyfell and tell the Queen about this. And whoever this masked woman is, we'll get her next time. Count on it.
You cast one last look over your shoulder as you leave the Lorrainian swamp behind you. As though touched by the hands of a corpse, an icy cold crawls down your neck. The Horde, the God of Light, it's evident that they are connected. But how? For the first time in weeks, the sun breaks through the cloud-covered sky. You turn your horse around to catch up with your soldiers. At night, you lay awake for hours before exhaustion finally overwhelms you. Samsa's words echo in your thought as you fall into a dreamless slumber. The light. Feed the light. The Black One carries the mirror.
This way.
Something about a heist. I can take care of that. Nothing new today.
Stay close. What's this?
Yes? Want to trade? You know how to bargain, don't you? Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
Out of the way. Keep it up. Yes.
Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the wary traveler. A fair offer. Take a look
Interesting.
around, see what you like. Well bargained.
What do
You'll
we have
find
here?
just what you need. Oh, that'll do.
I'm listening.
Hi, what you looking for? Come again.
This way. Over here.
Hey, you're an
Interesting.
adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest. Farewell. The best wares from Kalea to Northander. Good choice.
Stay close. Keep it up.
Yes, yes, come closer. I'm sure I have just what you need.
This way.
Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Yes.
Well then, the Queen will want to report.
Over here. Out of the way. Over here. Keep it up. Yes. Stay close.
General, I was hoping you'd come by. Do you have time for a chat?
Sure. What is it?
Well, I wanted to apologize. You know, for being so reserved when you first arrived. It's just, I miss Tahar. So damn much.
I can imagine. What was your relationship?
Oh, no. We weren't lovers. Tell me, General, do you have someone you truly call your friend? Someone who just understands you? Someone who you know will always have your back?
Not really. No.
Then it will probably be hard for you to relate. Especially in the months after the wars. We'd have these long talks. Sometimes over a mug of ale. Sometimes just walking through the keep. Tahar was the first person I felt I could tell anything to. No judgments or assumptions. I think it's rare to find someone you can just... I don't know... trust. But here's the thing, General. Tahar was struggling. Nightmares, hallucinations, panic attacks. The list goes on. I mean, how would you feel if you had to kill your own mother after just finding out she was still alive?
Tahar was traumatized. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Yes. It wasn't a well-known fact either. Tahar made sure of that. To everyone else, it looked like the Wolfguard had a hero for a leader, but not me. So when news of those disappearances reached us, and the brave hero of the Purity Wars insisted the Wolfguard should investigate, I argued it was a bad idea. It was too rash of a decision. Too risky. And I told Tahar just that. Our last words were in anger. Right here in the Wolf Chamber. And that just breaks my heart.
Do you think the trauma played a role in Tahar's death?
As in, did it lead to some poor decision-making? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Well, I don't really know what to say.
It's okay. You listened, and that helped. Anyway, sorry for the monologue. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I ever behave like a complicated princess again, then it's probably because I need some more time to process.
I understand.
Hey, can I ask you something, General?
What?
that charm you're always wearing. What's the story behind it? I might be wrong, but I get the feeling that it's, I don't know, important to you?
Oh, that? Someone gave it to me, back in Imperia.
I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
That's all right. You can ask me anything.
You're going to regret saying that. I guess I'll see you around, General, won't I? Thanks for the chat. General, what is it?
What are your thoughts on the mission?
My thoughts? Why?
Just wondering.
Well, what is there to say? The last thing this country needs right now is a war with crazy dwarves, or some ancient god swallowing it whole. Though I had hoped for a longer respite, to be honest. 2 years since the wars, and here we are again at the verge of yet another one.
We'll make sure it doesn't come to that.
Your words in Ellen's ear, General.
I'd like to know more about the Purity Wars. About your fight against Rondar Lacane.
To be honest, I'd rather not talk about it.
How come?
Because it brings up memories that I'd rather leave buried for now. You know, some of the things we saw on that journey, I don't think I'll ever forget them. The smelter, the massacres committed by the Bane. Let's change the subject, all right?
Could you tell me more about the Circle?
Sure. Shoot.
Why was the Circle formed?
What, they didn't tell you? My, you really have some catching up to do. Short answer? Because of the Mage Wars and the Purity. First, a mage abused his power in an attempt to overthrow the crown. Then a demagogue turned the table and orchestrated a genocide of everyone with enough magic to light a candle. After we defeated Lacane, it was clear that we could never ever let something like this happen again.
And so the Queen formed the Circle?
Oh, not just the Queen. She and Tahar initiated it. But the idea is for every country on Io to legitimize it as an independent entity representing the face of magic. The Orcs have already recognized it, and so have the more here. And once Circle Mage Undergast is done convincing the Everlight Mayor, he'll move on to the Exalted Father, and later Kalaya and Zu. In the long run, we're also not going to stay here in Greykeep. Rowan suggested turning Mullendeer into the Circle's headquarters, but I'm not sure about that. I guess we'll see.
What exactly is the Circle's purpose? To control the use of magic?
More than that. We're here to give mages across Viara a voice. See, one of the reasons why the Purity Wars happened was because mages just made for such damn good scapegoats. Deviant, potentially dangerous, sometimes ashamed of their nature. You get the idea, don't you?
I do. The ideal canvas for fear-mongering.
Exactly. The Circle is here to prevent that from ever happening again. We represent mages' interests, and we're the ones who will stand up if yet another hate-monger tries to use us for his power games. But at the same time, we also ensure that mages themselves don't abuse their power, as Tahar's father did. Magic can be dangerous, and only a fool would deny that. There need to be laws, rules, and supervision. And that's what we provide.
How were the members of the Circle chosen? You had no ties to the Crown before, did you?
Ties to the Crown? On the contrary. We might as well have been the ensemble of a Chilean freak show. What we all have in common, though, is that we played a pivotal role in ending the Purity Wars. And that Tahar trusted us. Also, our different backgrounds made us ideal for the role. An elf from Fin and Mir, a fire wielder orc, a demonologist from Kalea. The list goes on. The Circle's responsibility is to give a face to magic. And if that face is a fat, perfumed bureaucrat, we'd be back with another mage persecuting cult in no time. What the Queen wanted for the Circle was people from all walks of life with one thing in common. Magic.
Makes sense. Was Tahar a Circle Mage too?
No. Tahar's responsibility was the Wolf Guard. But we worked closely together. Was. Still feels strange to say it.
Who are the other Circle Mages? There are 7 of you, right?
Yeah. Undergast, Gore, Uram, Iana, Iskrim, and Rowan. And surprise, all of them are out doing fancy things while I'm condemned to confer with nobles all day long. Though, admittedly, that has changed a little since you came here.
Who's Iana?
Long story. Suffice it to say that she's a woman with extraordinary abilities. A Dreamweaver. She's currently overseeing the construction of the new Morhir city up north.
Gore. He's the High Chieftain of the Great Tribe, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where is he now?
In Barga Gore, of course, leading the Great Call.
Isgrim. That's the Earthshaper, isn't it? I heard about him.
Earthshaper, archaeologist, shaper enthusiast? Yes. He's up in Wolfgar, digging up bones and dusting off trinkets.
Undergast. I think I've heard that name before. Wasn't he the head of the Creators Guild?
He still is. He's currently negotiating with the Everlight Mayor, Phelan Argyle. They still refuse to accept the Circle.
Uram. Was that the demonologist? The ambassador told me about him.
I bet he did. Yeah, he's a demonologist.
Where is he?
In the Scorching Desert, helping the Iron Falcons improve the seal of the Fieldar tomb. An endeavor long overdue, if you ask me.
Rowan. Should I know him?
I don't think so. Rowan was Isamo Tahar's right hand during the Mage Wars.
Wait, and he's a part of the Circle now. Isn't that a bit contradictory?
It is, but he switched sides after the war and helped us with our fight against the Purity. I still don't like him, though. He's vain and a bit too concerned with his own ambitions for my liking. To be honest, I'm glad he's not in the keep right now.
Any idea when they'll return?
Once their missions are completed, I guess. And that might be a while.
Couldn't the Queen call the other Circle Mages back to help with our mission?
She could, but I don't think that's wise.
Why not?
Because their missions are equally important. While our mission's purpose is to prevent catastrophe, theirs have to do with restoration. With, you know, making things better. Which is a welcome development, if you ask me. If the only thing the Crown does is prevent the world from falling apart rather than trying to cement its foundations, I doubt this era of peace will last.
What's your take on our companions?
Oh, so we're doing the gossip thing? Sure, why not? Who?
How do you feel about Wraith?
Good question. To be honest, there's something about him that, I don't know, makes me melancholic. He tries not to show it, but it's always there. It reminds me of Tahar a little, and that worries me. But if there's one thing I have no doubts about, it's his commitment to our mission. Either way, anyone else?
So, tell me a little more about yourself.
Personal or professional interest?
A bit of both.
I see. Well, here's the deal. Ask me what you want, but I get to ask something in return.
All right. Do you miss Finan Mir sometimes? Your homeland?
Not really. Though sometimes there are those nights when I get nostalgic. I think of the giant trees, the towering buildings, and the tranquility. And I wonder what my life would be like if I had stayed there, though I'm probably just romanticizing the past. I'm very good at that.
What do you do when you're not out in the field or working for the Circle?
You're asking about my pastimes? That's unexpected. I like nature. And I play cards.
Cards? You mean you gamble?
Sometimes, yeah. Not for high stakes, though. It's really just for fun. There are a couple of playing clubs down in Greyfell. You play too?
At times. We should play around someday.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll let you know the next time I'm heading down.
What are your plans for the future?
You mean plans as in settle down, get fat with children, and grow old knitting in my rocking chair?
Is that what you want?
Not really. I mean, someday, yeah, but as you might know, in elven terms, I'm barely an adult. Also, I was never good with plans. Things change all the time, so what's the point anyway?
It really depends. Sometimes plans make sense, sometimes they don't.
I guess.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Hold on. You're not getting off that easy. My question. Okay. I hope this isn't too personal. Was there ever someone in your life? Like a significant other?
It's complicated.
Careful neutrality, huh? Well, I don't want to pry. Where were we?
I'll see you around.
Yep. General, what is it?
I'll see you around.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let's talk later, shall we?
What is it?
Let's talk later, shall we?
What's this?
I see. I had hoped for a different outcome. But you once again made the best out of a hopeless situation. Which is why it is time to make this official.
You mean...
Yes, General Arev. You proved yourself worthy. I hereby pronounce you General of the Wolf Guard. I trust you will lead your soldiers as well as you have done before. A lot depends on it.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I will not disappoint you.
Good. Now, back to the task at hand. Thanks to the Wolfguard's efforts, we now know that there is a dangerous political movement in Windholm, led by a dwarven priest named Arrakis. Furthermore, the soul vanishing Skadar observed is real, and it's a group of rogue dark elves, led by a masked woman, who are responsible for it. And there are hints that it's connected to the God of Light. This means that there are 3 questions we need to find answers to. 1. Who are those sleepers? 2. Who or what exactly is the God of Light, and how does it plan to enter our world? We hardly know anything about it. And 3. How do we deal with High Hierophant Arrakis and his movement? The last thing we need when facing an ancient god is an empire of crazed dwarves.
Shouldn't the Royal Army take over now that we know what we're up against?
On the contrary, the Wolf Guard is best suited for any of these missions.
How so?
Because I want to see these matters dealt with as swiftly as possible. Mobilizing the Royal Army would mean a lot of discussions with the other noble houses, for which we lack the time, and I lack the patience.
So, you want to make all these questions Nortandra's responsibility?
What other choice do we have? Do not misunderstand, General Arev. I, too, would rather focus my efforts on rebuilding the country. But both the matter in Windholm and these masked dark elves pose a threat to our empire. And I will not stand by and hope someone else will take care of this for us.
Your Majesty, regarding Tahar...
I know. You think those sleepers behind the Soul Harvest are responsible for his death?
It's very likely. Tahar was examining the disappearance of a village when the ambush happened. And, judging by a conversation I had with the Mortician, the wounds match the swords of a sleeper.
So it wasn't X-Purity after all?
Probably not.
Well, we shall know for sure once we identify the sleepers and bring them to justice. Another reason to see this through.
Absolutely.
Where should we start looking for clues regarding the rogue sleepers?
Well, the first step should be to contact Exalted Father's ambassadors, and...
No.
Excuse me?
Dark Elven governance is... complicated. Even if we were to send an emissary right now, it would take us moons to even get an answer.
Then what do you suggest?
We reach out to a contact of mine, the leader of the Black Company. He knows all the dark corners of the Dark Elven realm, and I'm sure he can dig up some information on those rogue sleepers as well. With your permission, I'll send a messenger and arrange a meeting in Calabrok.
You have it. General Arev, you will accompany Skadar and see if this mercenary lord has anything worthwhile to say.
All right. And how do we stop Arrakis without starting a war?
With the help of someone who is on her way to Greykeep as we speak. We will confer once she is here.
Someone?
You shall see.
Fair enough. Any ideas where we can find information on the God of Light?
Remember when I told you that I've been following a lead? Turned out this one wasn't a dead end. We already knew that many religions mentioned the God of Light, albeit under different names. There's one in particular, though, that sparked our interest. the Alyani.
The tribe indigenous to the Howling Steppes? How can they help us?
Well, unlike other religions, their entire faith revolves around the God of Light. It plays a pivotal role in their culture.
So you want to travel there and find out if they know anything worthwhile, correct?
I think it's worth a try.
Agreed. General Aref, you will travel to the Howling Steppes with a division of your best soldiers and find us some answers.
Understood.
It appears that we have a plan. The quicker we follow up on these matters, the better our chances of stopping the rock slide before it crashes down the slope. Good luck, and thank you for all your service. You have done well.
Tell me this is a joke, Ambassador. Tell me this is a bloody joke.
I'm afraid not, Commander.
I've served the crown for 30 years. 30 years! And now she discards me like an old pair of boots?
The caravan's safety was your responsibility. And by walking off with that recruit, you endangered all of us. I'm sorry. You were only 2 years from your retirement either way. And the incident will not impact your pension. The Crown will not let you—
Go to hell!
General, is there anything I can help you with?
What are your thoughts on all this? The dwarves?
I wish I knew. Truth be told, in my experience, it's best if you don't think about these matters too much. Their causes, their implications. Instead, you should focus on what you can do about it. This is how I approach most aspects of life. Act, don't brood. Also, I fully trust Her Majesty, and since she has put her faith in you, I do the same.
I'm flattered. What's your story? How did you become Ambassador of the Realm?
Oh, well, it's not an exciting story if that's what you were hoping for. I'm the son of Jaros de Bros.
The de Breos? The mayor of Greyfell?
Yes, my path was pretty much paved the moment my parents found out that I was gifted. A royal mage took me under his wing, and I joined the university when I was only 15 years old, where I studied the 5 languages, history, diplomacy, and magic. Since I wasn't an exceptional mage, but performed quite well in other disciplines, my father suggested that I pursue a career in politics, as he had done. That I did, and here I am, 13 years later, and Ambassador of the Queen.
You speak all of the 5 languages?
More or less, yes, though my Elven and Empyrean have gotten a little rusty.
I might be wrong, but you don't seem too happy about your achievement.
What? No, of course I am. What about you? How did you join the military?
Well, I was born into a military family. It wasn't that much of a choice.
I can relate. Either way, is there anything else I can assist you with?
What was that about? Your argument with Commander Reinelt?
The Queen demoted him for his failure on the Golden Road. She basically sent him into early retirement.
That's appropriate. His behavior endangered the entire division.
I agree. Sauntering about the forest with that recruit? He was careless.
Has our dwarven ally arrived yet?
Not yet, but we have received word that she passed the gates of Kings 2 days ago. In other words, she will arrive soon. If you'd be willing to wait, I could arrange a conclave right after she arrives.
Let me get back to you. There are some things I need to take care of first.
Of course.
This way. What do we have here?
General.
Could you tell me more about yourself?
What is it with all the questions, General Erev? I don't mind, but I don't really see the point.
Because I'd like to get to know you better.
Is that so? Well, ask.
What was your profession back when you still lived in Lar?
Intelligence.
What?
Right. You wouldn't know. Dark Elven children are taken from their birth parents at the age of 4 and are given a concoction that wipes most of their memory. Then they are sent into the communes. Giant buildings where they live until they come of age, with hundreds of other children who were born the same year. These are their brothers and sisters, whereas the Exalted Father and his queen become their parents from the time they enter the commune until they come of age.
The Exalted Father becomes their actual father. That's mostly symbolic, isn't it?
Symbolic, but deeply imprinted into their brains.
Your son didn't grow up in a commune, though, did he?
No. We lived in a village near the border where laws weren't that strict. Also, being influential, as I was back then, allows different options when it comes to the upbringing of your child.
Figures. They wipe their memory? In other words, Dark Elves don't know their birth parents?
No. And reaching out to your child while it's still in the communes is a punishable crime. You'd also be wasting your time, because once your child has been given the concoction, you're no more than a stranger to him or her anyway.
To what end, though?
To weed out the weak from the strong, and to determine which caste the child is most suitable for. Intelligence, strength, endurance, etc.
So they're raised and educated in the communes?
By the overseers, yes. Though they don't intervene too much, apart from training and teaching them. The idea is to let the pack, the children of each generation, develop their own hierarchy and dynamics.
Throw them into a pit and see who comes out on top.
Well said.
And the parents agree to this?
Well, they don't bake cakes and throw confetti to mark the occasion, but yes, they agree. The communes are an inseparable part of Dark Elven culture, and, albeit at a cost, they work. The communes provide every child with the same chance. That's more than can be said about Finon Mir or Nortanda culture.
Strength, intelligence, and endurance. So, Dark Elven society is divided into castes?
Yes, the entirety of which constitutes the realm. Speech rules, strength fights, and wisdom preaches.
And what happens to the weak?
Depends. Most of them just end up in endurance, doing farmer's work. Others die.
Interesting. And you were assigned to the intelligence?
Correct.
What castes are there?
6. Strength, intelligence, speech, wisdom, endurance, and soul.
Strength is the army?
Army, city guard, and so on. Pretty much every job that requires muscle and knowing how to kill. Most Black Company mercenaries used to be members of the Strength before they changed professions.
Figures. What do members of the Wisdom do?
Preach. They devote their life to both Nor and the Exalted Father and spread his ideas.
Endurance?
Yes. The workers, farmers, and craftsmen. They do the simplest, but often the hardest and most important jobs. Not the truly demanding ones, though. Those are reserved for the slaves.
What's the purpose of the speech?
Politics, mostly. Or bureaucracy. Like Ambassador Jarrus here in Greykeep.
What does the soul embody?
The leadership. The Exalted Father is a member of the Soul, as are most nobles and people of influence. You're not really chosen for the Soul, though. You need to be born into it. In other words, unless your parents are members of the Soul, chances are next to naught that you'll be raised into it. I mean, there are exceptions, but they are rare.
What's the purpose of the intelligence? To study magic?
To gather knowledge and explore magic, yes. Did you ever marvel at all the constructs, demons, and creatures that make the Exalted Father's army such an impressive force? They wouldn't exist without the intelligence. Certainly, spending most of your life in dank laboratories may not be as glamorous as fighting for glory on the battlefield, doing nifty politics and attending conclaves, or holding masses in front of hundreds of lost souls. But if it weren't for the intelligence, the Exalted Father's empire wouldn't be what it is today. Not at all.
I can imagine. And your mission was to study the nature of life and death?
And the nature of reality, yes. I have to say, if there is one thing I miss about the time before my exilement, it was the Dark Elves' appreciation for magic and knowledge. Not even Kalea's universities can hold a candle to the sanctum of the intelligence in Karlabrock.
What made you leave the Dark Elven Empire?
Long story. I don't want to talk about it.
How is Dark Elven culture different from Nortandian culture?
In just about every aspect. Dark Elves value the collective over the individual. Hardship over pleasure. Self-control over displays of emotion.
What do you think about it?
Good question. I used to be an avid advocate of Dark Elven culture. But now that I've lived abroad for a while, I can see why most foreigners demonize us. Slavery, sacrifice, demonic incantations. It's easy to write the Exalted Father off as the epitome of evil. The truth is, however, somewhat more complex. Karlabrock's system may be brutal, but it works. Better than most societies, for that matter.
But at what cost?
Society always means compromise. I don't think the Exalted Father rejoices in the suffering some of his servants have to endure. The only reason it seems evil to you is because you come from a different culture that values different ideals.
Is there anything you miss?
I can't say. Ever since I left, I haven't really looked back.
How do you feel about being in exile?
I don't know. I suppose part of me misses having a sense of home, roots, but there's no point dwelling on the past. It is how it is.
Let me ask you something else. Well, thanks for the insights.
Sure.
I'd like to learn more about your craft. Mysticism.
Such as?
You said that you can feel souls. How is that possible?
Hard to describe. Though I think it's an ability every mage could learn. I've always had it. Just imagine, the sea. The sound of the waves. If you live near the shore, you'll probably become insensitive to it eventually, to the point where you can't even hear it anymore. It's similar with the tapestry of souls. Most people have the ability to sense it, but they've grown numb to the stimuli. That never happened for me.
So, what you're saying is you can hear the presence of a soul? A flame?
Plural, but yes. To stay within the metaphor, when the vanishing first happened, it was as though somebody dropped a stone within a perfectly unmarred sea. It caused ripples. I know that may sound a bit vague, but it's hard to explain to somebody who has never seen the tapestry at all.
What does my soul look like?
Strong. Bright. White, somehow. It's a solid flame. Not as impressive as the flame of someone like Tahar, but nonetheless remarkable.
You mentioned that there is more than just one reality.
That is correct.
How come I haven't heard about this?
Probably because the other realities don't affect us. I mean, think about it. Yes, there are millions of other realities out there. Some very similar to our world, others where the principal kinds or the guardians don't even exist. But how does this impact us as individuals? Yes, the scholarly aspect is exciting, but that's about it. I think that's also the conclusion the Hibernians came to eventually. They extensively researched the matter for hundreds of years, and then just stopped.
What do we know about the reality the God of Light comes from?
Not much, I'm afraid. Hopefully that'll change soon.
If the God of Light can enter other realities, couldn't we too?
In theory, yes. In practice, however, I doubt that organisms such as ourselves would survive such an attempt. We talked about this, but the Hibernians spent a lot of time trying to transport living beings into other realities through minuscule fractures in the veil. However, everybody they attempted to send through died instantaneously. It's ironic if you think about it, isn't it? There's an infinite number of worlds right behind the veil, yet we're stuck on the other side of the looking glass.
Let me ask you something else. What's your take on our companions?
Why?
Because I value your opinion.
Sorry, but I don't like these kind of conversations. I'm sure you're capable of forming your own opinions.
How come you don't have a dark elven accent?
My accent? Oh, I lost it ages ago. When I moved to that remote village where I conducted my studies. They had their own dialect.
Back in Lar, you said that you lost your family to the Bloodburn. Would you... well, would you like to talk about it?
No. I'm sorry, but I don't see how my personal life is relevant to our mission. I am here because the God of Light is a threat to us all, and I want to see the matter dealt with as swiftly as possible.
Don't you feel easier around people you know?
Of course I do. However, I'm not here to feel easy, but to stop the God of Light from devouring this world.
Well, if you ever feel the need to talk about it, I'm here.
I don't think that will happen, but I appreciate the sentiment. If it's conversation you want, why don't we talk about your past instead? Judging by those nightmares you have, and according to the rumors, your waters also run deep.
Wait, how do you know about my nightmares?
Well, I'm a light sleeper myself. And it doesn't take a dreamweaver to connect those shouts that came from your tent just before we arrived in La, and a pair of bloodshot eyes to your ominous past.
If by my past you're talking about that incident in Imperia, I have to disappoint you. I don't remember it.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't interested in the details anyway. I only care about the result. You made a tragic mistake and other people paid the price for it. In the end, that's what it comes down to, isn't it?
I guess. What are you getting at?
I merely want your opinion on a question I haven't found an answer to. Say a person makes a terrible mistake. How can that person be sure he or she won't do it again if confronted with an identical situation?
There are no entirely identical situations.
Well, it was a hypothetical question, but fine. You don't have to answer. Frankly, I think most people are too quick to forgive themselves for their mistakes. It's almost as if they believe that their apologies and regret undo them altogether. They don't. I know it sounds dramatic, but if an innocent ever suffers under your actions, it leaves a stain on your soul. And that stain stays for the rest of your life, which is good, if you ask me. Some sins don't deserve forgiveness, and some sinners don't deserve absolution.
So, what exactly are you saying? That I am beyond absolution?
I don't know what you did, so I can't say. I guess what it boils down to is that people who messed up, whoever they may be, would do best not to forget that, and be particularly aware of their actions and decisions.
You're right. People are too quick to forgive themselves.
So you agree? That's a surprise. All that being said, I do approve of the Queen's decision to make you General of the Wolf Guard. I even see why she did it. It's better to have someone who knows their demons lead us than someone who doesn't. Now let's get back to the task at hand, shall we?
I'm listening.
General, is there anything I can help you with?
Has our dwarven ally...
Not yet, but we have received word that she passed the gate.
Let me get back to you.
Of course.
What do you need?